how does freer the market like helps with the middle
again,
class?
I want precision in free markets, but
how does free market support the middle class?
Again, I'm not puritanical, but I think that generally more choices are a good thing. I think that generally supporting entrepreneurs is positive, but I think that mass immigration is really bad for American workers.
There's no mass immigration.
Well, first of all, how many people are... Wow. Well, you're right. There is mass invasion, but how many people are coming across the southern border every day?
I don't know, but like...
No,
it's
I'm
not...
actually genuinely curious. Can you guess?
Okay, on what time frame?
Every day.
Every day? 500?
Yeah, it's at its low point, it's at 10,000 right now. It was 15,000 last month. So what does that annualize? Let's play that out.
A lot.
Hello everyone, my name is Nasima. I'm Ella, and you're welcome back to our channel, The Perseverance Show. So on today's show, we're going to be talking about what we call the Democrats and also what we call the Republicans and what their take is on the LGBTQ rights. So there's this particular video that we are about to watch, and it has to do with a particular student who thinks that he knows it all and who thinks that the rich are so evil and they should be stopped because they are not supporting the left's movement. So anyway, before we can go further on this, I would like us to watch the video together and let us understand what we're talking about.
You create a company that's like close to being a fascist, and then like...
Okay. How am I...
Sorry.
Let's go through this. How am I a fascist?
Dude, like you...
Can you name one thing I believe that's fascist?
You believe that, like, you on... Oh, shit. But
I'm such a bad fascist. I let the people who disagree in open mic to talk to me for 2 hours uninterrupted.
Okay.
I'm an awful fascist. I'm more like a free speech liberal of the 1970s, not a fascist.
But I just want to say Turning Point USA is a evil company that was funded by thousands of fracking companies, and that just...
No, it's not thousands, but we do have some frackers that give us money. But
and then all it is making the rich more rich.
Fascism to fracking.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
Okay, again, I'm happy to have a debate. I can see you're getting kind of fired up.
I'm sorry.
So, but why are we evil? Like we're having a nice discussion.
Because
all of a sudden you're calling me like a fascist.
Because it seems like you just want the rich get even more rich. Like
we haven't talked about the rich at all. I mean, so you don't even know my positions on this stuff at all. And by the way,
Dude,
just so we're clear, the wealthiest counties in the country all vote for Democrats. You know that, right? 8 out of 10 of the wealthiest counties in the country vote for Democrats. The wealthiest people, absent Elon Musk, are all on the left. Jeff Bezos, George Soros, Mark Benioff, Mark Zuckerberg, Laurene Powell Jobs. On the left, yes. The richer you are, the more likely you are to be a Democrat and on the left.
Explain that to me, please.
The numbers speak for itself. The Democrats are the party of the oligarchy. Can you name one tech CEO outside of Elon Musk that is a conservative?
I personally think... Let me think. Peter Thiel?
Yeah, that's one. That's one. Larry Page, Google, on the left, worth $120 billion. Sergey Brin, Google, $130 billion on the left. Laurene Powell Jobs, Mackenzie Bezos, Jeff Bezos.
If they're on the left, what has they done that was like, quote unquote, to do the left stuff?
Well, okay, so Larry Page gives money to left-wing NGOs all the time.
Like, if you're on the left, I don't think you will ever be this rich.
Well, they are. You know why? Because the left
because they're not.
No,
because they're not.
The left is a scam. The left uses
How is this?
Let me tell you why. It's a good question, actually. The left uses people like you that think that, oh, we're going to fight the rich. Well, they protect their oligarchy. While you guys have to keep on working hard and never own anything, when we conservatives are the ones that actually want to restore the American middle class and bring jobs back to this country.
How would you restore?
Let me finish. The left uses people like you every day, and they use people on you by the trans thing, the abortion thing. Keep voting for us because the fascists are going to take your rights away. When who's funding the left? The richest people. George Soros. Do you know who rich George Soros is?
Who is funding? Dude, I have never seen a leftist organization come to campus spreading their propagandas.
Because the whole university is...
This boy doesn't even know what he's talking
Yeah, I don't-
about. Does he
yeah.
even know who fascists are? Does he even know what the Republicans are even fighting for? It's just all about, oh, the rich are evil, the
Yeah.
rich are wicked. Nobody, if you are on the left, which are let me say some of the Democrats, it means that you're not supposed to be that rich, and he doesn't even know what he's saying.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm the only one
he's being
thinking this.
brainwashed. Yeah.
He is. And
Yeah.
the people that are brainwashing him are this same left. And he doesn't know that these people are just pushing their agenda just so that they can promote oligarchy.
Yeah.
But I believe that Charles Kirk is right, because he is trying to explain to this boy, I'll call him.
Trying to make him understand
Yeah,
what is missing.
exactly. And in the country, you need capitalists. In
Yeah.
the country, you need to understand how the system works. In the country, there has to be clear rules and regulations on how people are supposed to function. But this whole, I don't know how to even put this Democrats thingy, it is
Conservative.
confusing a lot of people. This boy doesn't even know what he's saying. He cannot even construct a complete sentence
He
without him
just
making a
feel
mistake.
this is making the rich more rich. Yeah, making them
Yes.
more rich.
And he doesn't even know that these same rich are using the left to get more rich. He thinks that the rich belong to only the Republicans, but
Yeah.
they're actually they like the way Charles Kirk said. He said that the rich are the ones funding their organization, supporting their NGO,
Yeah.
giving them everything, and they think that, oh, okay, it is wrong and all of that, but that is what they're doing, and they're using this one to promote
He's saying the
oligarchy.
rich are evil.
Yes, how?
How?
He
It's just been brainwashed. Yeah,
this is just
yeah.
crazy.
It's a leftist organization
No, it's
spreading
not.
propaganda.
It's liberal. Left. There
Yeah,
is a
but-
clear-cut difference between a leftist and a
you're-
liberal. Please
you're,
make
you're
that
coming
right.
after this in a good way, because I'll just say Democrat politics, okay?
Okay.
Almost every major, powerful, wealthy person in the country, over $100 billion in net worth, with the exception of one person, Elon Musk, is on the cultural left and gives money to the left. Mark Zuckerberg gave $400 million in the 2020 election to help get Joe Biden reelected through the Center for Technology and Civic Life. Mackenzie Bezos.
That helps his case. Obviously, he
Hold on.
would donate money to his.
Oh, okay, but hold on. One second. Mackenzie Bezos with $45 billion, major Biden backer. Laurene Powell Jobs worth $20 billion. Steve Jobs' widow, one of the most radical left-wingers in the Emerson Collective. Mark Benioff from Salesforce, worth $12 billion. One of the most radical left-wing guys that you'll see out there. The eBay guy, Omador, one radical left-wing. It's so important for you on the left. You guys are being scammed and gamed, because they talk a good game about building the middle class, but it is not the party of democracy. It's the party of oligarchy. And you can go fact check me tonight,
Okay.
and you might actually have cognitive dissonance. Type in this: wealthiest counties in the country. They almost all vote for Joe Biden. Who gives the most political donations to the left? All the wealthy people. Go look up the top billionaires on the Forbes list, the top 100. Only about 10 of them give the Republican, the other 80 give the Democrat, the other 10 don't give at all. It is mind-blowing when you realize the shift in power the last 10 years. Republicans used to be the party of the rich. You know what changed? We nominated a class traitor as our nominee, Donald Trump. As soon as Donald Trump became our nominee, all the billionaires said, we don't want him anymore. He talks about things we don't like. He wants to end the wars, close the border, bring jobs back to this country. We want to keep on supporting a political party that doesn't want any of that stuff. Explain to me how Joe Biden represents the working class in this country. He doesn't.
He very much supports the unions.
It's a
So-
oh, hold on a second. The union or the union bosses? Big difference. The union bosses supporting the rank and file love Trump. The UAW loved Trump more than Biden. The carpenters union loved Trump more than Biden. The police union. The point is this, is that the Democrat Party, they are sitting on a house of cards of young activists that truly want to go like crush the rich. And there is some truth to that. Like, there's a very rich
Yes.
oligarchy in this country that remains rich and stays rich off of gaming government systems and public policy. And you guys give them a free pass because you think that we're fascists, when in reality, we're the ones that are actually fighting to destroy the
I
oligarchy
almost
the most.
clapped for him.
All right, last question.
Last point, yeah.
Last question. Let's say, so you do want to fight for the American middle class, and
That's
how?
my- yes,
Okay,
that's
how
my-
how does freer the market like helps with the
Well,
middle
again,
class?
I want precision in free markets, but
How does free market support the middle class?
Again, I'm not puritanical, but I think that generally more choices are a good thing. I think that generally supporting entrepreneurs is positive, but I think that mass immigration is really bad for American workers.
There's no mass immigration.
Well, first of all, how many people are... Wow. Well, you're right. There is mass invasion, but how many people are coming across the southern border every day?
I don't know, but like...
No,
it's
I'm
not...
actually genuinely curious. Can you guess?
Okay, on what time frame?
Every day.
Every day? 500?
Yeah. It's at its low point, it's at 10,000 right now. It was 15,000 last month. So what does that annualize? Let's play that out.
A lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So that's mass immigration, right? How many green cards do we give out every year?
Probably a lot.
Yeah, a lot. About 1.2 million,
Well,
right?
what's wrong with giving out green cards?
I'm not saying anything wrong. No, you said there's no mass migration. So I'm just
Okay.
trying to tell you, we do have mass migration, right?
Okay.
We have 3 million on the southern border, and then we have 1 million green cards, right? That's 4 million a year, right? Which is basically bigger than most U.S.
I totally support what he's saying because he's totally talking about how these same rich people, they don't want the country to grow in the right way because if they do, they stop benefiting.
Yeah.
If they are to support Donald Trump is all for America first.
Yeah, I was trying to stop the war.
Yes, America first before anything.
Yeah.
But
It's in
this,
America.
I'm not going to say they're matured enough, but they're kids. They don't know anything. So who are they even against? If people are fighting the rich, they're fighting the rich that the rich are evil. They're one of the people that are causing racism.
This boy is supporting Joe Biden.
He is.
Yeah, he's
He
against
is.
Trump.
It's crazy
Fighting
because
against
who
Trump.
are you even fighting? You're fighting
Yeah.
the same people who are low-key supporting you. It's crazy. Like
Trump is trying to do the right thing
the
for
right
them.
thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, because of their is it emotional instability?
His
they're not-
mindsets.
Yes.
Everything about his
They don't
mindset.
want to understand because of maybe they have this mindset of Donald Trump being this racist, anti-human, is it which other word will I even use?
They are
for it
saying
again?
he's being racist because of he's trying to stop the LGBTQ.
Yes, and not only that, because he has kind of reduced the immigration and the intake of foreigners into the country. So a lot of people have this view of him being a racist, which is not, because too many people are coming into the country. It's not going to be stable. How many people will they give? According to what he said, how many people will they give green cards?
Yeah.
How many people are they going to fend for? How many? Because you have not even thought about, okay, what about the indigents? What about housing, jobs? Because now from basically what I read about, majority of foreigners are taking over the jobs of the indigents there.
Okay.
And when that happens, with the massive intake of immigrants into the country, there will begin to become an increase in what we call unemployment.
Yes.
And when there's unemployment, a case like Nigeria will happen. And he's trying to avoid that.
He's trying to save the country,
Exactly.
but they're not seeing it.
They're not
yet.
seeing that. They
They're
just
not
all their
seeing it.
own is just, the rich, they're evil. This Donald Trump is against our rights. He doesn't want us to exercise our rights.
I think what's getting these people angry is the fact that he said he's going to stop this transgender stuff,
Yes.
LGBTQ.
Which
That's
I
the
feel
problem
is
there.
right, because you cannot tell me that a 14-year-old child is entitled or has the right to choose whatever gender or item or animal he or she wants to be. If God created you as a girl, remain a girl.
Imagine a girl having this fantasy of becoming a cat.
Yes, like if God wanted you to become an animal or something, He would have made you an animal. So what gives you the right and the audacity to think that you can change your identity because you don't feel like a woman? If you don't feel like a woman, stay in your room. Nobody is going to come and fight you.
States. Now, everything comes with a cost. When you have mass migration, you're going to get lower wages. But that means you're going to disenfranchise American workers. What, are you studying computer science?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so you're an American born, I'm guessing, American raised? I don't want to assume.
I wasn't, but
okay.
I moved to the U.S.
Okay, well, you're an American now, I guess. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
Or you're
I
on a
am.
Student visa? Okay, you're going to now have to compete. You're kind of proving my point, but that's a separate issue.
Don't
you're now
feel
gonna have to compete
hurt.
against foreign labor for your computer science jobs. I think we have a moral obligation to American-born workers to give them preference and priority and restrict the labor supply so that our computer science majors can have higher wages, not to have suppressed wages so some tech CEO can bring in a bunch of Indians and suppress their, no, nothing against Indians, but just, bring down their wages.
Personally, I just think that, like, if you came to America and then receive a green card, I think you get to work however you want. Like,
Okay,
I,
yeah,
He's not
I think that
understanding what is-
American-born
he's not
citizens
and then
should
there
be
shouldn't
given-
be a priority because they're American citizens.
Well, that's
as long as you're
where we're
American
different. I
citizen.
actually think you must have a priority to your own citizens, or else you don't have a government. You have something else. If you don't have a priority to your own people, I don't know what you have. You have a colony, not a country. You're just a
Yeah.
big economy, and that's fine if that's your position. By the way, your position is held by the ruling elite. Where I think that we should have a country, not just a colony, where the American-born citizens should be given preference over foreigners. Nothing against foreigners. I think they're nice people, but the Americans should be given first preference. And by the way, any sane country believes that. We're like the only country in the world that says, and certain European countries, come on in and take whatever you want.
He's totally right
Yeah.
because you coming from another country, getting into the States and then having a green card, that doesn't warrant that you equal the indigene of the country.
Imagine indigens receiving lower wages. Like
Yes, because there's high competition in the industry. There's high competition in the working class. There's high competition in everything. You
Yeah.
cannot even I go for a job interview. For example, you're a foreigner that received her green card. I'm an indigene of the States, and we both go for an interview. I should even be given
more privileged. Yeah.
Yes, because I was here first before you.
You should be
came.
giving more attention. But
Exactly.
I feel
So
Yeah.
maybe I think this is why they think Donald Trump is a racist, because he's doing America first and Americans first. But they see it like, oh, we are all human beings.
that's the right thing you're supposed to do as a president.
That is what he's putting the country first. Is he
Yeah.
supposed to put himself first? Why?
He's trying to help the citizens, the indigents, but they are not understanding.
They're not understanding.
his
And it is
motives.
such a shame that based on
They
everything
have a good president like
yes,
this.
and they
like,
still believe that, oh, let us do what we want, let them give us what we want. That would just cause more destruction, not just to America, but to the whole world. Because now you are giving space for, I pray not, another World War III. Because if this happens, it is first of all going to dismantle America. And as we all know, America has one of the greatest, or they are the ones that are one of the greatest holding powers. They hold so much power
in the
and
world, yeah.
yes, should we start with NATO? Should we start so it is not even a thing to even I don't see why this is even up for discussion, because it is clear as day. Okay, you came in, these are the kind of jobs that you should do, these are the kind of jobs that you should not do. That is very, very simple. All
think,
he's advocating for is that Americans should have a say first, number one. Number two, there should be nothing like all this nonsense LGBTQ, whatever, right? You hear some people talking about rape. What if you're a rape victim and you want to abort the baby? That is your choice.
Yeah.
That is a thing that if you're ripe and you're matured enough and you want to have that kind of abortion, I think there are hospitals that do that.
Yeah.
I think you need the consent of, I don't know how it works, but having abortion right is a totally different case on its own. Now they've passed the bill. It is now in the constitution. It is totally wrong. It is totally, the disadvantage is more than the advantage. So I feel like it's what Charles Kirk is saying is absolutely right, because these people don't even know who they're fighting. They think they're fighting the government, but it's actually on the ground, the government are fighting for them. They think that they're fighting the rich, and they think that the rich is evil. But those same evil rich are the ones supporting people and funding you guys the most.
Trump came back to do the right thing.
He came back. That is why he has been fighting and advocating, and he has not rested. Let them say one thing that Joe Biden has actually done for the country. Nothing.
I did not even recognize Joe Biden.
I
as the
don't
president.
even know what
I
he's
don't
talking
even know.
about. He's not doing anything.
Yeah.
But Donald Trump has been trying to make sure that, okay, not only are the Americans put first, their economy is stable, and also the employment rate is still stable. There is no high rate of unemployment,
Yeah.
because if there's high rate of unemployment, the high rate of crime is going to also be high. So I
And
just
it's
hope
trying
that
to make sure the indigenous, like their wages are increased.
yeah, so as much as you're coming into America, you want to have the green card, you want to be an American citizen, you can work as well, but you should not expect to be put first before the citizens
Indigenous, yeah.
themselves. That is just what he's saying, and I don't see anything wrong with
I
that.
think they have a very good president now.
Yeah, but I don't know. Some people are like, oh, you don't know Donald Trump, this and that. You don't know what
If you
he's
notice,
done.
they don't really know what to say about Trump. They're just trying to like paint him black and all
I don't
that.
know. I don't know. I'm a
Yeah.
realist. I'm a realist, and I believe in realistic things. Like, keep your emotions aside and face things as they are. If what they're advocating for pushes through, and the rich eventually gets what they want, their hidden agenda, World War III might happen.
I think Trump knows more towards.
He has the insight, but they're like, oh, he's a Republican. He's fighting for the capitalists. They want to do everything to build America. They want America to be the greatest country in the
What
world.
is he supposed to be doing? He's supposed to be destroying America.
I don't understand. As long as he's not
This kid
creating
doesn't know what he's
homicide,
saying.
as long as he's
Yeah.
not creating mass murder, he's not killing the foreigners, he's not doing anything inhuman, I don't see anything wrong.